Dear students, a very good morning to all. Myself, I am Vinay Kumar C. Subject Personal Investment Management, Unit number 4, Chapter Investment in Mutual Funds. So there are two chapters are left in this subject. So I request all the students to listen this chapter, listen the presentation carefully, and also there are few problems which is related to the investments in mutual fund will also given to the examination. At the end of this presentation, I will give the importance about the overall uh, subjects personal investment management, the important question for the examination. Okay, so let us discuss what is mutual fund. So basically the investment, it is very essential for all the type of investors. Okay, so they are going to use their savings to invest somewhere which give best return. So as usually, if you are investing the money in stock market, you can't expect the what the return should be. So even the return may be zero, or sometimes you may be getting a good profit also. So that type of risk you may be facing in somewhere in investing a money in a stock market. But if you are investing in mutual fund, you definitely you are going to get a decent return. So that means small each and individuals, they are going to invest the money in the form of mutual fund. That means investors pool their money to earn the returns on their capital over a period. So here, so whatever the money it is invested by the individuals, okay, individual maybe 5 to 10 members they are investing. Okay, that money will be collected by the company, that means assets company. So assets company is going to invest that money into the various avenues. Okay, so for the purpose of reducing the risk, for example, they may be invest the crops into different securities like bonds, stocks, gold, and other assets, so seek to provide a potential return. So if one type of avenue that may be give less return, so another avenue may be giving a good result, good return. So that means it reduce the risk in investing somewhere in a single avenues. Okay, so the mutual fund is a common pool of money to which the investor contribute for investment in accordance to the stated objective. So what are the different types of mutual funds? There are several, namely asset class, structure, and the basis of investment objective. Okay, on the basis of asset class, further we are classified into three. One it is debt funds, second one is equity fund, and third one is hybrid funds. Debt fund are nothing but it gives the fixed income returns. So like government securities, corporate bonds. So somewhere you are investing the money in the form of security. So these funds aims to offer the reasonable return to the investor and considered relatively less risky. So definitely people they are taking this type of funds. Whereas in equity funds, you may be become the, you are also saying a part of the owner of the company. That means whatever the equity shares you are buying, so you are responsible for both the profit and as well as the loss of the company. So here the degree of risk will be higher. So there are good choice if you want to invest for the long term goals such as retirement planning, buying a house, a level of risk comes down over a time. So come back to the hybrid funds. Here you are going to have both the debt funds and as well as the equity fund based on the allocation between the equity and debt. So hybrid funds are further classified into various subcategories. So mutual fund based on structure. So based on structure, further we say that open-ended mutual funds, closed-ended mutual funds. Whereas in open-ended funds, mutual funds are invest on any business day. These funds are bought and sold at their net asset value. So open-ended funds are highly liquid, whereas closed-ended funds are predefined maturity period. Investor can invest in the fund only when it is launched and can withdraw their money from the fund only at the time of maturity. So here the liberty may not be there for the investors. So you should wait for the fixed period. So whatever you are agreed earlier, so it may be 10 years or 15 years. So closed-ended funds are fixed for the period of maturity. So on the basis of investment objective, so we can say that growth funds are there. So the main objective of the growth fund is capital appreciation. Definitely, these funds can be relatively more risky due to the high exposure in the equity. So good to invest in them only for long term. Some other funds are there, they are called as income funds. Here, as the name suggested, income funds are stable income, they are debt funds that invest mostly in bonds, government securities, certificate of deposit. So, on that type of um, in funds, we are going to invest the money, and year the risk is low. Whereas in liquid funds, the money is for only for a short term. So you also called as a money market instruments like treasury bills, certificate of deposit, term deposit, commercial papers, etc. So these certificates you can withdraw the money by showing by giving to the bank also. So at any time you can convert the certificate into liquid, and that means cash. Okay, there are some other funds are also there called as a tax saving funds. You may be getting the tax benefits. So like you can claim the deduction up to 1 lakh, 5 lakh, 1.5 lakh, up to 1 lakh, 5 lakh. Example, equity linked savings schemes. Okay, somewhere you are going to invest the money in ELLSS, you may get the benefits. So now the question is how to invest in mutual fund. So there are some procedures are there, you need to complete those procedure, so then only you can have the mutual fund. Here, sign up for the mutual fund account on the website or any mutual fund asset management company. There are some companies are there like ICICI, Wipro. Okay, so and the other type of assets companies are there, HDFC banks, SBI. So there are several. So have you can open your account, demat account in these type of asset management company, and you may get the mutual funds. So here complete the KYC formality is compulsory. So now, so there are some questions. What do you mean by a systematic investment plan? It is very important for the purpose of savings. So it is one of the best features that if you want to need a large amount of money, so most of the funds house allowed the investor to begin investing with as a little as 500 per month. Through the systematic investment plans, you may be getting a good return. So as the author says that the systematic investment plans will start from the little money, okay, at the lesser age. Okay, you can begin the investment. So SIP is the method of investing in mutual funds where we invest a specific amount at a fixed intervals. This way we can avoid the timing in the market and increase our wealth steadily. So example, Mahesh invests 5,000 per month in an equity fund for 15 years and he is getting annual return is 12%, and assumed the crops over a 25 lakh after 12 years, after 15 years. If he continues investing the same amount for another 10 years, he may getting almost 95 lakh. This is roughly for 4 times the amount in additional 10 years. Okay, anyway, systematic investment planning definitely it helps to the investors to get a good benefit in a longer period. So net asset value. So the performance of the particular scheme of the mutual fund is denoted by net asset value. So net asset value is the market value of the security. So here the money is collected from the investors in securities market, and since market value of securities changes every day, the net asset value per unit is the market value of the security of a scheme divided by the total number of units of the scheme on any particular date. as usually there is a solution for this. So you are going to use this formula for net asset value. The formula is like this: asset minus liability divided by total number of outstanding units. Okay. See, consider this problem. Under this problem, the asset is 54 lakh 50,000, liability is 4 lakh 85,000, and the total units is 3 lakh 25,000 units. So when you are substituting, so you may be getting 15.28 per unit. So net asset value for 3 lakh 25,000 units, the per unit is 15.28. So the value of the unit of mutual fund is 15.28 per unit. Okay. Similarly, there are another problem also given to the examination. So you may expect this type of problem for 4 marks. So there are a number of benefits also we are getting under the mutual fund investment. Maybe when you are investing in the mutual fund, you may become a professional, like you may learn the stock market. So we need knowledge on matters such as macroeconomy, sectors and company, financial from a assets class perspective. This requires a significant amount of time and commitment. But if we do not possess the skill or the time to develop deep into the market, investing in mutual fund can be an excellent alternative. So a professional fund manager takes care of the overall investments and strives hard to provide a reasonable return at a specific fees for the professional management of our mutual fund investment. So again, the one more benefit, that is return. So one of the biggest mutual fund benefits, that is the mutual fund, it is an opportunity to earn the potential higher returns than the traditional investment options, so offering assured returns. So if the market is one of the bull run and it does exceeding well, and impact would be reflected in the value of our fund. Even though you have an alternative in a mutual fund called as a diversification. So diversification is one of the benefit when you are investing in mutual fund. So when we invest only in a single asset, you may be losing a, that means the risk is high. So when you are investing in single asset, but if you are investing in various assets, definitely you are going to get a decent return. So we achieve the diversification instantly. For example, we invest in a mutual fund tracks BSE Sensex, we get access to as many as 30 stocks across the sector in a single fund. This could reduce our risk to a large extent. Again, one more benefit, that is tax benefit. So tax benefit, so always the salaried person is expecting the tax benefit. According to the income tax ATC, we are going to get the tax benefit up to 1.5 lakhs. So the example like equity linked savings schemes. So under this scheme, you are investing money in the mutual funds. So you are going to get the tax benefits. So the last chapter is personal financial planning. This is a problem. It is in the form of case study. Under this chapter, they are going to provide the question for you. It may be related to all the 4 chapters. That means especially for the investment avenues. The chapter number 2. Based on chapter number 2, investment avenues, you are going to give a solution for this. Okay. So see here, Arjun, age is 22 years. Okay. So he is appointed in a trust bank, and its income expenses per month are 30,000. So income is 30,000 and his expenses is 16,000. At the moment, he has no saving at all. Arjun is cautious and plans to save for emergency like jobless funds required if he plans to migrate to another country or any event that is unexpected. For example, COVID-19. Answer the following question. See, this is a problem for everyone, not only Arjun, even for us also. So saving is very, very important for each and every individual. We don't know when we are going to face the financial problem. We need to avoid the financial problem You need to start savings from today onwards. Okay, you should begin the saving from the today onwards. Anyway, the questions like this: advise the Arjun on the ideal amount you should set aside in the emergency fund. So as a author and as well as us also, we are going to provide the solution for the Arjun's problem. At least this person should save his money. That means 12 month of his living expenses is 16,000 into 12, 1,92,000. He may round off the year lakh. So Arjun is advised to have an emergency fund of 2 lakh. So state the most suitable investment avenue to the park fund for emergency. We may invest the money in the form of recurring deposit, fixed deposit, liquid mutual fund, ultra short term debt mutual fund, and out of his savings he may gradually build the emergency fund over a period of 2 to 3 years. So this is the normal solution to the Arjun. In a banking sector, there are number of deposits are available. Okay, the deposits may be in the form of fixed, saving, recurring deposits. Okay, any one type of deposit you should select. That may be become an emergency fund for you. Okay, like this type of case study will be given to you in this chapter. See, and also RR should be return, rate of return. The problem related to rate of return is also given in the examination for 4 marks or 8 marks. Take down this problem. Guru Charan is a businessman in Mangalore. His average net income is 15 lakh. Out of his income, he opened a fixed deposit in Karnataka Bank, 1 lakh. Rate is 6% per annum. During the period, inflation was about 3% per annum. For the financial year 2021, he chooses to be in the old income tax regime. Calculate the real rate of return. Okay, this type of problem will be there in your examination. So see, real rate of return is equal to rate of return minus tax rate minus inflation rate. Okay, so here in this problem, the rate of interest is 6%, tax rate is 31.2%, inflation rate is 3%. So we need to calculate the real rate of return. See, 6% minus 31.2% of 6% minus 3%. So finally you are going to get 1.13% is the real rate of return. Okay, this type of problem will be given to you in an examination. Anyway, thank you for listening, and also we are going to give the key questions about the entire syllabus to you, and also we are going to provide some various case studies related to the personal planning. Okay, thank you for watching.